Mexico City is not just nice because of Condesa or because of Roma or Bosque Chapultepec. There are a ton of other nice neighborhoods that are way less touristy that still represent the city very well. Good afternoon, amigos, from the neighborhood of Linda Vista in Mexico City. Luis is taking us a little off the tourist path to a neighborhood that already right outside the metro station looks beautiful.
Really pretty.
We're gonna get some ice cream, we're gonna get some food, and he's gonna show us what it's all about.
Let's go.
Luis is not messing around this tour. Straight for the ice cream, straight for La Michoacana. He knows the way to our hearts. Right off the bat, this ice cream is delicious. Triple chocolate, and we still have to eat dinner. Luis is showing us around. We've seen his gym, the bakery, all sorts of restaurants. I think it's really cool just to get a little bit off the toury bus route, a little bit out of the tourist zone, and just explore a neighborhood that's like, I don't know, where your average Mexican lives, I suppose, your average diva Mexican. One thing we notice immediately, and we say this almost every neighborhood we go to, even Roma and Condesa, some of the trendier neighborhoods, like as soon as you get out of the downtown area, there's so many less people. It's so quiet here. You would never think you're in a city of 20-something million people, and Mexico City is so spread out. It's a very densely populated city as well, but it's also so spread out that you can definitely find neighborhoods like this where, I mean, there's still people walking around, and you feel like you're in like a mid-sized city, but there's no way right now I would guess that we were in a city of 20 million people. There's no cars honking, no ambulances flying by. Right now we're in a park. Every little neighborhood has beautiful parks. We'll give you some shots. This little area, this may sound strange, but it kind of reminds me of Vallarta a little bit with all the different colors. The buildings are much smaller, obviously, than in the Centro Histórico de Mexico City. Like 2 or 3 story buildings with colorful buildings, maybe like half one color, then white on the top. Definitely reminds me of Vallarta. Kind of like what we've been talking about. It has like a small town feel to it while being in one of the biggest cities in the world. One thing we love about Mexico, well, I'll let Hillary speak. I've been doing enough talking.
So every little neighborhood has at least one park, we think.
Yeah,
We've yet to meet a neighborhood without one.
Yes.
And I particularly like the ones in Luis's hood because they're really colorful. There's a lot of people out here. This is probably the most people we've seen in his hood. But lots of dogs, lots of color, lots of trees, open space. It's one of our favorite parts about Mexico.
We found another park. I think this is like the 3rd or 4th park we've seen. We've got to go exercise. We gotta go get off the okay, what muscle up.
Yeah, right. Alright, this is what we do for fun with the backpack. Can he do it? Yes, he can.
I can't do that. I think we're on our way to eat, believe it or not. The main message I think I wanted to say today is we spend a lot of time in the historic area. We've done a Santa Fe video, we've Condesa, Roma, some areas that are you know, close to the downtown area but are fairly touristy, and we talk about how nice Mexico City is and just how nice Mexico is as a whole. But I can imagine maybe some of you are thinking, well, those are the tourist areas, so of course they're nice. But I think this is a great case in point that we are outside of the tourist areas. This area is extremely nice. Again, it reminds me a lot of Vallarta. Has way more park space in Vallarta. A ton of restaurants, seen a lot of pizza places, some extremely nice establishments. Yeah, I think that's the main point we want to make today, that Mexico City is not just nice because of Condesa or because of Roma or Bosque Chapultepec. There are a ton of other nice neighborhoods that are way less touristy that still represent the city very well. This market's pretty big. I said this in the Cookin video as well, but there's definitely something to be said about walking around a local market. It just always feels pretty cool, and each one is so unique. Each one is so different. They're all similar in kind of what they sell, but maybe just the layout or different specialties they have. That's all really cool.
It's been a few days. It's more time for atole. This is cajeta, which Luis has made us a lover of. So here goes nothing. Ooh.
We good?
That's really good.
I can't drink it because I'm eating candy.
Today is Luis's birthday. He's holding the camera.
It's my birthday.
We can't show you. We can't show
I'm the
him
cameraman today.
You're doing a good job.
Pretty good.
Okay, we've decided to eat at the atole place because the atole was just so good. We got gorditas, quesadillas with and without queso, which is interesting for all the non-Chilangos out there. And un tamal de mole, que más? And a gordita, which I've never had in Mexico.
Pambazo.
And pambazo. It's like a torta that is only potato, and then the bread is like soaked in some type of chili sauce. Is that correct? So it's just a little bit of food.
Can you share that with me?
Food is here and it looks good. Luis has got his picadillo quesadilla here. I have a quesadilla, the picadillo y queso. Very important you order that queso here in Mexico City. The gordita, which I've never had before.
Oh
man, holy moly. This is the chicharrón. We've got the, how do you say this?
Pambazo.
The pambazo.
Gracias.
Another's eating half of my pambazo.
That's really good.
Very important to note, there's a ton of meat and picadillo in this in the quesadilla. They aren't skipping on the serving size here, which is that's pretty high on my list of priorities. I think one thing that's interesting is similar in the United States, like how different the same food is so different from place to place. Like this quesadilla was like less fried than the Casa de Toño one, but more fried than the ones in Vallarta. And then you have to order cheese on it. It seems like the same dish, the same name dish in Mexico can mean slightly different things. So I feel like we've had 3 or 4 different quesadillas here in Mexico City, and each one of them has been pretty different. But the quesadilla master,
This one wins.
This one wins.
It is the best one. Yeah, look at that.
I don't know how good that looks on camera, but
Okay, it might
does
not
look
look that good. That's the best one.
We've got some ponche on the way. Pambazo is delicious. Again, this bread, a good torta bread is really hard to beat. Gordita is not disappointing. It's like a crispy top layer. This is kind of like a sope, but a little bit crispier, I guess. It's like just fried to the right amount. Of course, the stuffing is good. How's yours going over here?
This quesadilla is the best.
It's the best one. Luis is not letting you down.
Not on his birthday.
You've eaten quite a bit of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
I shouldn't have eaten so much. That was a lot. It was all very good though. We're stuffed. We're gonna walk around a little bit. I think Wet is gonna want a churro.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can do a churro relleno though. And then we're gonna circle back, and we're missing our ponche. They're still working on our ponche back there. So I think we're gonna conclude this video with the ponche.
Did you guys get churros?
I sure did. Alright, cajeta, y fresa y chocolate, and she's still in the first bite.
Oh, man.
That hits the spot. Comment below, let me know whether you like your churros as regular churros, or if you like churros rellenos, stuffed churros. I think I'm a fan of churros rellenos. Got ponche here. We've never had this before.
It smells.
What is?
Ooh.
Is that good? What's it similar
It tastes
to?
like apple cider, only guayaba.
Oh, it's guayaba.
I think, is it
Guayaba. Alright.
It's way out of this world.
Oh, ooh, that does smell good.
It's really hot, be careful. Like really hot.
That is good, yeah. That is like a
Apple
guayaba cider. I think my blood sugar was low, so it's a good thing we got this. Luis is telling us that this is like a traditional Christmas time, winter time drink, so it's perfect with the festivities coming up. Though today hasn't been too cold, although I think overnight it's supposed to get down into the mid-30s, so that's pretty chilly for us half Texan, half Vallartans, half Jaliscienses. Texans y Jaliscienses. I feel like Texas and Jalisco are similar, so it makes sense.
We have had a great afternoon in Linda Vista. Did I say it right? Okay. Luis has stuffed our stomachs. I think we've eaten for 3 days. This neighborhood is so bright, so colorful. It's unlike anything else in Throw. There's no tourists here.
We're definitely the only Gringos.
We definitely stick out here, but Luis has come through again once and showing us his hood and being this is the most unhood hood, by the way, and showing us his neck of the woods and all that Linda Vista has to offer. That is all we have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure and subscribe to our channel. Click the bell, that way you get notified.
Cada vez.
We'll post a video and we'll see you guys
Mañana.